Hi guys, welcome to our channel. So for today, we are going to discuss about the qualification of being a safety officer according to Republic Act 11058. So what is Republic Act number 11058? This is an act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health standards. So according to this act, there should be safety and health program wherein a safety officer should be included in our organization. So according to Republic Act 11058, safety officer or safety officers of all workplace must possess the necessary training and experience requirement according to its category. When we say category, this is like a ranking. What are the categories for a safety officer? We have SO1 stands for Safety Officer 1, SO2 Safety Officer 2, SO3 Safety Officer 3, and SO4 Safety Officer 4. So there are certain requirements to become an SO1, SO2, SO3, and SO4, and these are the qualification of each safety officer. For Safety Officer 1, a person or employee should have 8 hours of occupational safety health orientation and 2 hours trainers training. The training for trainers is required because a safety officer should always explain your safety program or necessary safety tips in a workplace. He is also responsible, he or she is responsible to 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 call out a work job that could be unsafe. Okay, so for me, a safety officer should always know how to train and confront people. Okay, so now if you want to become an SO2 or safety officer 2, an employee or a person should have a mandatory 40 hours occupational safety and health training applicable to industry. I am saying applicable industry because there's a certain mandatory 40 hours for construction that is COSH, construction, occupational safety, health training, and there is MOSH or maritime sector, the maritime occupational safety and health, and last, this is uh, the very generalized training that everyone has is the BOSH, the Basic Occupational Safety and Health Training course for the general industry. If you have that training, you are already classified as SO2. Now, to progress to become an SO3, an SO2 should have must, it is a must that you have 48 hours advanced training specialized in occupational safety and health training relevant to each industry. What are some examples? We have the LCM or loss control management. We also have the safety program audit. So those are additional training, and we have the pollution control officer. It's applicable to your industry. So those are the example of the training you may acquire as an SO3. Now, in addition to your training, you should have 2 years experience as SO2 and at the requirement as prescribed by the OSH standards. Now, to become the highest category wherein SO4, in addition to your mandatory 4 hours OSH training applicable to its industry, additional 80 hours of advanced and specialized professional safety health training course relevant to its industry. Now, the catch here is an actual experience as SO3 for 4 years. And 4 years. And you should have a total of 320 hours of occupational safety health relative related training or experience. Why? Because it is necessary for a company to have a competent safety officer. So if you have already, let's say, 80 hours of training, Now you have additional ATRs, additional training. So this is different from your first ATRs. So it could be converted into 1 year's experience. Now, if you have 7 years experience, for example, you have 7 years actual experience, the 3 years experience could be converted into 80 hours, 80 hours of training. So 1 year is 80 hours. You have 3 years, so 80 times 3, that's around 240 hours of occupational safety health related training or experience. So this is how we categorize safety officers. No? Now, what are the minimum classification and number of safety officers for all governed workplace? Okay. Okay. Let's continue. And sorry for the interruption. So we have the minimum classification and the number of safety officer. So for a company with a minimum number of nine, maximum number of 9 personnel, one safety officer for low and medium risk, that is SO1, one safety officer one for low and medium, or if your company is in high risk, classified as high risk, one SO2 is required. Now, if 10 to 50 for low risk, one SO1. But if you are in the medium risk, you need one SO2. If you are in the high risk, you need one SO3. So on and so forth. But let's make up, I would like to make a point here. In 750 to 1,000 number of employee, there is two SO3 for low risk and medium risk, while one SO2 and two SO3 for the high risk. Now, in addition to the 1,250 or a fraction thereof, the additional SO3 or SO4 for high risk only. But if you are in addition of 500 or a fraction thereof, one additional SO3 for low risk means that you should have 3 SO3, while additional 1 SO3 or 1 SO4 for medium risk, making the total of 3 SO3 or 2 SO3 or 1 SO4, while in the high risk, same 1 SO2, 2 SO3 or 3 or and 1 SO4. So in any combination like. So safety starts with awareness. Awareness starts with you. Always think safe, act safe, and be safe. Thank you for listening, guys. So if you like it, hit the like button. And if you want, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.